All right, so GTA 6 isn't just about cool cars and pretty beaches. There's a whole criminal world hiding underneath it. And today, we're breaking down 10 facts you need to know before the game even comes out. Fact number 1, not all money is dirty money. Let's start with the biggest one, because honestly, this changes everything. In GTA 5, money was just money. Rob a store, sell some stocks, finish a heist, it all landed in the same bank account and spent exactly the same way. There was zero difference between clean cash and criminal cash. GTA 6 is throwing that whole system out. Back in the 2022 leaks, people spotted an icon near a car wash property you could apparently buy. It was a washing machine with a dollar sign inside it. That's about as obvious as it gets. That's money laundering. So basically, when you rob a gas station or move drugs through the keys, that cash is dirty. And dirty cash can't just buy you a penthouse in Vice City. You have to clean it first, through a business you own, a car wash, a nightclub, whatever front you've built up. Only after it's been laundered can you actually spend it on the good stuff. Think about what that means for how you'll actually play this game. You're not just grinding missions for a number to go up anymore. You're running an actual operation. Crime makes dirty money, your businesses clean it, clean money lets you expand, and a bigger empire lets you launder even more. It's a loop, and it never really stops. Fact number 2, there's a 3-tier criminal ladder. So once you understand the dirty money thing, this next part makes a lot more sense. It looks like GTA 6 is built around 3 levels of crime, kind of like an actual ladder you climb. At the bottom, you've got street-level stuff, robbing convenience stores, jacking cars, small-time hustles. In GTA 5, this stuff paid so little that nobody bothered with it after the first hour. This time, it actually seems to matter, because it's your starting point into everything else. The middle tier is organized crime. We're talking bank heists with Raul Bautista, who Rockstar describes as a guy who's always looking for talent willing to take the biggest risks. We're talking drug smuggling through Brian's boatyard down in the Leonida Keys. This is planning, scouting locations, bringing the right crew, the whole deal. And then at the top, you've got the legit empire. Nightclubs, strip clubs, recording studios, real estate, stuff that looks completely legal on the surface, but is really just a front. And every single tier feeds the one above it. You can't build the top without funding from the middle, and you can't sustain the middle without laundering through the top. It's basically a whole economy stacked on top of itself. Fact number 3, Brian runs a drug operation right out the gate. Let's talk about the very first character you meet, Brian. In the trailer, Jason is living on Brian's property, fixing stuff up, and Brian even says something like, "Hey, you got some time on your hands? I got properties with paying tenants." Sounds innocent enough, right? Except the Leonida Keys, where all this is happening, is based on a real area known for drug trafficking. And then later in the trailer, we literally see people loading what looks like drugs onto a small plane at Brian's marina. Same Brian, same boatyard. So it's pretty clear Jason isn't just doing yard work for a nice landlord, he's working inside a smuggling operation, basically, from the opening minutes of the game. And here's the thing, even Lucia shows up wearing a hat with Brian's company logo on it while doing community service. So this isn't a side character who shows up for one mission. Brian looks like he's connected to both playable characters right from the start, which means his operation is probably a main pillar of the early story. Fact number 4, Cal Hampton is basically your inside man. Every good crime story needs the guy who knows everything and never leaves the house, and GTA 6 has that in Cal Hampton. He's described as Jason's friend and business partner, and the way Rockstar talks about him, he feels safest at home while listening in on radio communications. Now think about that for a second. Why would a guy like that need to be listening to police or Coast Guard chatter? Because that's exactly the kind of information a smuggling operation would need. Knowing when the Coast Guard is patrolling, knowing when a shipment route is hot, that's not just a personality quirk, that's a gameplay. Function. A lot of people are already comparing him to Lester from GTA 5, the guy who sets up jobs and feeds you information from behind a screen. Except this time it sounds like his information could be directly tied into the smuggling and heist side of the economy, not just some side hustle on the stock market. Fact number 5. Raul Bautista is your heist guy, and he's not messing around. If GTA 5 had Michael as the seasoned professional thief, GTA 6 has Raul Bautista. Rockstar's own website describes him as someone who's always hunting for talent that's ready to take the biggest risks. That's not just flavor text, that's basically telling you this guy's gonna pull you into the biggest jobs in the game. We've already seen footage of Jason and Lucia in a bank called Sinfranta National wearing matching outfits with duffel bags, which lines up with a heist Raul is involved in. This isn't some corner store robbery. Robbing a national bank is a completely different level of planning, and it tells you the organized crime tier we just talked about is going to have some genuinely massive centerpiece moments. And based on the leaked gameplay footage from a few years back, we already know heists in this game come with things like robbery timers and limited carrying space. So every big job Raul pulls you into is probably going to force you to make real decisions on the fly, not just running guns blazing like the old games. Fact number 6, you can't carry unlimited guns and cash anymore. Speaking of decisions, let's talk about something that's going to change how every single job in this game feels. In GTA 5, you could walk into a bank with 20 guns, a rocket launcher, and enough ammo to start a war, then walk out with every dollar in the vault. No trade-offs, no consequences, no choices. The leaked footage from GTA 6 showed something completely different. There are duffel bag and loot bag categories built right into the inventory system, which strongly suggests there's a real limit on what you can carry into a job. So if you fill your bag with cash, you've got less room for guns. If you load up on firepower, you're leaving money behind. That means every heist becomes an actual decision. Do you go in heavy and walk out with less loot? Do you go in light and risk not having enough firepower if things go wrong? Do you bring extra crew members just so more hands can carry more bags? This one small inventory change basically forces strategy into every single job, instead of just letting you brute force your way through everything like before. Fact number 7, witnesses can actually get you caught now. Here's something that sounds small, but is honestly huge. In GTA 5, if someone saw you commit a crime, it meant almost nothing. You'd get a star, drive around the block for 30 seconds, and the cops would completely forget about you. There was no real memory to the world. GTA 6 looks like it's taking the witness system from Red Dead Redemption 2 and pushing it even further. In RDR2, if someone saw you do something illegal, you could chase them down and scare them off, or take them out before they reached the law. GTA 6 seems to be expanding that. Witnesses can apparently give police your actual physical description, meaning cops will be looking for someone who matches how you look, not just a random blip on a map. This connects straight back to the economy too. If you're careless and let witnesses see your face during a job, you're going to spend way more time and resources dodging the police, and that eats directly into your profits. Play it smart, plan your crimes, maybe even invest in disguises, and you keep more of what you earn. Crime finally has a real cost attached to it. Fact number 8, businesses come with a heat mechanic that can get you raided. Now let's talk about how owning a business actually works, because this is not the passive do-nothing system from GTA 5. Remember, in the old game, you'd buy a property, check your phone once a week, and money would just show up. Zero effort, zero risk. Rockstar already tested a new system in GTA Online with an update that added a car wash, a weed dispensary, and a helicopter tour business. Each one had 2 types of missions: legal work you could do to run the business the right way, and laundering missions to clean your illegal cash through it. But here's the catch. Every laundering mission raised a heat bar by 10%. Fill that bar up completely, and your business gets raided by the police. The only way to bring your heat back down was to grind out legit work for that same business. So you're constantly balancing how much illegal money you push through versus how much legal cover you're keeping up. This is basically a preview of how businesses are going to work in GTA 6, and it turns owning a front from a boring side menu into an actual system you have to manage. Fact number 9, the map has over 700 enterable buildings, and a lot of them are businesses. You can own GTA 5 had maybe 24 buildings you could actually walk into. A few stores to rob, some bars, the strip club, your safe houses, and that was pretty much it. The rest of Los Santos was just a really pretty background you drove past. GTA 6 has apparently confirmed over 700 enterable interiors. 700. Malls, shops, restaurants, offices, nightclubs, spread across Vice City, the Leonida Keys, Grass Rivers, and Port Gellhorn. Even if only some of those spots are actually tied into the economy, that's still a massive jump from what we had before. Now picture walking down a street in Vice City and being able to go into a clothing store, then a pawn shop, then a restaurant, all on the same block. And some of those places you could potentially own, run as a front, or even rob. That kind of density is what's going to make the criminal side of this game feel like a living system instead of a checklist of map icons. Fact number 10. Every single character is basically built around money. This last one is something a lot of people are sleeping on, but once you notice it, you can't unsee it. Every confirmed character in GTA 6 is defined by their connection to money and crime. Jason works for drug runners down in the Keys. Lucia grew up having to protect her family, and that's what pulled her into crime in the first place. Brian smuggles product through his marina. Booby Ike took his time on the streets and turned it into a legal empire with real estate, a strip club, and a recording studio. Drickwan Priest came up hustling before making it in the music business. Raul Bautista is a career bank robber. Even Cal Hampton, sitting at home listening to radio chatter, is useful specifically because that information relates to smuggling routes. Compare that to GTA 5, where Michael was already rich, Franklin was just trying to come up, and Trevor was pure chaos. Their relationship with money was basically just a personality trait, nothing more. In GTA 6, every character's background reads like an actual job inside a bigger criminal network. They're not just people with backstories, they're pieces of an economy that you're going to be stepping right into the middle of. So that's 10 things you need to know about the criminal world of GTA 6. And honestly, this might be the deepest, most connected crime system Rockstar has ever tried to build. Money isn't just going to be a reward this time, it's going to be the entire game. And the players who understand how all these pieces connect are going to have a massive head start when this thing finally releases. If you learned something new, drop a like, subscribe for more GTA 6 breakdowns, and let me know in the comments which one of these 10 facts surprised you the most. I'll see you in the next video.